All right, so we are 5:13 p.m. This all looks green. Anyways, I went to the gym. I did my copies. Uploaded that video. Was gonna buy some food, but then I got sidetracked by the pharmacy because I needed to get another bottle of sunscreen and see if it's on special. Then it's like everything was on special, so yeah. So then I was like, okay, I can't buy food. I gotta deal with what I have. So yeah. 3:45 p.m. Wednesday, the 19th of February, 2025. Finally getting myself up to the gym. So yesterday I worked like 17 hours teaching CPR classes at a hospital. So the day before I didn't do anything. Oh, sorry. Because I was like, I want to try it the opposite way, like just rest the day before so that the day of I'll be better, you know, to endure this. I ended up going to bed at 2 something in the morning yesterday or this morning, and I woke up at around, let's say around 3. I woke up at around 8, and then I stayed in bed till like 10. So I didn't get a lot of sleep, but at least I rested and I felt better. You know, I took caffeine, obviously. I'm going to the gym quite late, but I handled it. The class is really weird because I had to arrange it properly. And then the last class I taught, it's always the last class, and you'll have like smart emergency care nurses, and then 2 people who are caregivers or orderlies who are not as bright, you know, and they come like 40 minutes late, and I have to kind of let them in. Well, I mean, the whole thing is it's kind of like a sham anyways. But yeah, so I have to try to teach them separately. It's just a weird, it's like when you're already at your last class teaching, and it's like you're already tired, and it was challenging, but fine. Thing is, I don't know, I sent in my list to my former boss who gave me the contract, and then I sent an updated one because they came late, because I had already sent the list in, and I had told them they didn't have their online profiles done. They had no idea what I was talking about. And I'm like, here's my email. You know, let me know when you get it. If you need help, just send me an email. So far, no answer, you know, because that's how they do. They're not exactly motivated or driven or coherent, you know. And then they asked for my number, and I was like, oh, okay, I gave them my number. And I said, well, I don't, and I told them flat out, I don't accept phone calls, I just take texts. So that's where they are. So the thing is, like, if my boss sends in the wrong list, their names won't even be on it that they signed and attended the class. So, and you know what? 4 years ago, I would have been like trying to help them out even more than I do now. Now I'm like, I doubt they're even gonna send me a message, you know, or they're gonna lose the paper or something. So I'm not too worried about anything happening from that, you know. So then, but then someone else had to send me info, and she sent it because she's a a nurse, and the nurses are a little more on top of things because you have to be, because there's an order you have to, you're a member of. And if you don't do something, you get kicked out of the order. Whereas a caregiver or orderly, there's no governing body, so it's like whatever, you know. That's what I learned. Then I got a message, a phone message, but I didn't know who it was. I was afraid it was still the bank calling me regarding a credit card, which I haven't sat down to deal with. I dealt with my expenses. I'm still doing that, so that's going well. What's going? I got some momentum today. But after the caffeine, I got the, you know, I got the mood to actually call and leave a message, or I was going to speak to the person, because that's the company that's supposed to help me get my first responder and then go to the next level, teaching classes. Even though I'm not rushing to do it because of my financial situation. But then, so I left a message saying, I got the message but I got too late and I couldn't make it. Had a long day working, which was true. And then I put the phone away, and then I saw, when I went to check the phone again, that she had called again and for another job, and to call the other person, the chatty one. So then I called her for another contract. It was on a date that was available, the 28th. But I need to know the address because I dragged my mannequins and all of that on the bus using a hockey bag. And so then I spoke to her. Yeah, so I told her that she gave me this contract and I wanted to know where it was. It's actually nearby where I live, so that's good. But I'm like, I need to know where it is because I go by, public transport. I think that's the first time I told her that. But she's like, oh no, we can't do that. You need the mannequins and the defibrillators and all that. And I'm like, I do that. I travel with my hockey bag. But anyway, so she says, oh, you're courageous and all that. Because it's not a thing, Except one of the videos where I mentioned that there's another instructor. She uses the local renting communal tool. So she'll use the app to kind of rent a car. And I'm like, oh. So I have to look into that. I'm not in a rush, like I said in the video about that. So there's that. It's 4 o'clock and it's sunny, so that means it's no longer dark at 4 o'clock. But yeah, so she was supposed to send me the address of where to go because I have to go tomorrow to pick up the documents. This is the first time. But I never met with them, so that's a good thing too. Hope eventually they could just email me this stuff, because with this new employer that I'm working for, I never met anyone except the owner who was teaching some classes eventually, and who's helped pay me in cash when my bank account was frozen before I got a temporary one now. But I'm still scared that the more contracts I get, they're going to take the money from that too. Then I'm going to have to get another bank account somewhere else. So until I finish doing the calculations, But the more the pressure builds up, the more I procrastinate. So which is why I was pretty happy to have gotten some done today. It's not going to end well, that's for sure. I don't see it ending well right now. I think the caffeine's wearing off too. But was listened to the latest video by Ian on YouTube, and same problem. So could relate. It's encouraging.